Back now to one of our top stories, the war in Syria. Amnesty International has released a new report on torture by the Syrian government. The report, titled "I Wanted to Die," is based on first-hand accounts from alleged torture victims. Several survivors described dulab, a method where a person is hoisted up in a tire and beaten. Shabe is where a victim is raised from a hook or door frame and then beaten. The report says electric shock is also widely used, and in some cases people have been raped or forced to watch rapes. Now, the report's head researcher says it's not the first time Syria has seen this kind of violence.
The scale of the abuse and the horror of some of the methods of torture is a return to the horrible days of the 1980s, when, in fact, of course, it was Bashar al-Assad's father who was in power. The fact that it happens across the country and across the security agencies and the armed forces leads one to the assumption that the regime is directing this. It knows it's going on, and it's encouraging its guards and security officers to do this.
Emad Mahou was arrested and tortured by military intelligence officials in Syria. He joins us now live from Amman in Jordan. Emad, thank you very much for speaking to Al Jazeera. Now, you're one of the witnesses interviewed by Amnesty International. I understand that you've had a very difficult experience. Tell us about your ordeal. What happened to you?
Good evening, Ms. Howard. I was in Zabadani on 9th of June. I was moving to my dad's shops. After I get inside the shop of my dad, I ask him for a couple of money because I want to go to Damascus because I was in Zabadani. Suddenly, a white car stopped in front of the shop, of our shops. 6 men, armed men with beards, long beards, come inside the shop and said to me, "Are you Emad?" I said, "Yes." They said to me, "Come with us." I said to them, "Do you have a paper of authority to arrest me?" He said, "You are not in Switzerland." And he slapped me with his machine gun on my chest, and they take me and put me in the car and covered my eyes. And also they take my dad and put him in the back of the car. Before they get me to the headquarters of their branch in Damascus, they take me to a town called As-Sabura. There were a building belonging to military security. There were a major called Mohsen. They take me to his room, to his office inside this building. He started to slap me on my face. When I get inside his office, he started to slap me on my face. He put me on a sofa and started to kick me on my face. He told me, "If you help me, I will help you." I said, "Would you like to send me home?" He said, "No." I said, "I will not say any word, just send me to Damascus." Then he said to his guard, "Take him to Damascus with his dad." When they take me to Damascus, to headquarters in Kafarsousa neighborhood, military security is headquarters. In the first day, they haven't talked to me at all. They just take off all my clothes to search my body and take my mobile phone and flashes. In the second day, they called for me to investigate with me. They take me to a room. Before they take me to a room, they put me underground in a room. The square of the room is around 20 meters square. It's 4 by 5. There were around 75 persons inside this room. 75 persons. There is no room to sit down. There is no room to lie down. There is no room to sleep. You have to stand up almost half of the day because there is no room to sit. In the second day, they take me out of this cell and take me to up over the ground, because we were under the ground by 3 floors under the ground. As they take me to a room, there were 7 men. 3 of them was sitting and the other 4 was standing up. They hold in their hands a web to slap me with it, and also a wooden stake and electrical stake also. The 3 sitting men said to me, give us your email. I wrote my emails on a piece of paper. He said to me, "No, that is not your email." I said, "Yes, it's my email. I humiliate the government and the president on this email. You just log in on Facebook and you will see that." The 3 of them leave the room. The other 4 put me on the ground. They said to me, "Lay down on your chest." I lay down on my chest. They start to kick me on my face, and also they start to kick me on my chest, on my back, and start to slap me with the web on my face, and also start to slap me on my back, on my legs, on my knee. And they used on me electrified shock. The torture lasted for around 1 hour. After that, they said to me, "Take off all your clothes." I take off all my clothes. They hang me up on a wall. For almost 4 hours. After
did
that,
they tell
they
you,
sent me back.
Emad, I know it's very difficult to recount all this, but did they tell you why they arrested you, why they put you in that interrogation? What did they want from you?
Yes, yes. They forced me with several words, like you was going out in a protest, you was telling people to go out in a protest also, you take videos of the protest and put it on YouTube and Facebook, you have machine guns at your home, you are helping the Free Syrian Army, and also you are talking on the media every time you go on the media. That was their charges.
And so how were you able to get out, and what happened to your father?
My dad, in the second day of arresting, they take me also again to investigate. But at the second time I was covered eyes, and they put a wooden stick into my mouth to prevent me from talking. I saw my dad lie down on the ground, and then they take off the cover from my eyes and start to torture my dad in front of me. They start to beat him. They start to slap him with a whip. They start to kick him at his back. They stand over him, and he was yelling so bad. It was so humiliating for me. It was so bad for me to see my dad get tortured in front of me, and I can't help him at all. After half an hour of beating my dad, they take me to another room. They said to me, are you going to confess today, or we keep beating your dad? I said, I will confess, just to stop beating my dad. He asked me, did you go in a protest? I said, yes, I go in a protest. He asked me again, did you talk to anyone and tell him to go out in a protest also? I said, yes, I talked to my friend and tell them to go out in a protest also. He said, have you take any videos and publish it on YouTube? I said in the beginning, no. Then they start to slap me again, and with the whip on my back, and they start to electrify me and put me on the wall again for almost 4 hours. Okay,
Emad, let me ask you this. As you know, the international community is very much divided on what to do in Syria, how to deal with the Assad government. Having experienced this violence firsthand, having endured what you just described, what would you like to tell the world today?
After all, the revolution started since 1 year ago. We were in Umayyad Mosque in 15 March last year. We hope at the beginning to start in peaceful and to end in peaceful way. But the regime of Bashar al-Assad has made their choice since the beginning. They want to kill us, and they will fight till the end. He will not leave the regime in peaceful way. So we need from the foreign world and the Eastern world to help us to arm the Free Syrian Army, because the Free Syrian Army and the member of the Free Syrian Army is the protector of the people. They are protecting the people in Homs, in Idlib. You can see now how the regime get criminal. They are bombing Homs, they are bombing Idlib 2 days ago. There is massacres being in Idlib right now. So we need help to arm the Free Syrian Army to protect the people. We don't want the Free Syrian Army to attack the regime. We just want for them to protect the peaceful protesters, to protect the peaceful cities. We need the help.
Okay, well, thank you very much for speaking to us. Emad Mahou, joining us there live from Amman in Jordan. Thanks for sharing your experience with us.
You are so welcome, my lady. Thank you very much.